here with Liberty head baseball coach Scott Jackson. Coach, right now you have to be pretty happy that Camden Troyer is back in your lineup.
Yeah, no, it's it's one of those things. You're trying to pick the right spot. You don't want to get him in there too soon. And, we were really patient with it. Credit to him and Dan Pruser for just making sure they did the right things to get him back and not rush it. So, yeah, it's a big hit for us with 2 outs.
For Cole Hertzler, it was a long inning for him with the rally and the rain delay. How do you think that will impact his rhythm moving forward?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you just kind of watch and see what the stuff's doing. I mean, obviously it's kind of different, but it's no different than having, a big inning offensively, and you kind of have to sit there and wait. So he's a tough kid. He'll get through it no matter how he feels. And if there's a disruption of rhythm, that's no big deal to Cole. So.
Yeah, he looks like he has some confidence out there. Coach, thanks for your time. Best of luck. Guys, back up to you.
Yeah, appreciate it, Emily. Yeah, Hertzler had to sit around for a while. He has been good here tonight, allowing just the 3 hits. One of those, the solo home run. He'll face that guy that took him yard here in just a moment, and Caston Furr. But first, the 8-hole hitter, Will Safford, to lead things off. Squares to bunt. And actually fouled it off his own leg there in the box. So strike 1 to Safford. Hertzler, that's just his now 62nd pitch in the ball game. So he has been pretty efficient here tonight.
I thought that point by Coach Jackson was pretty cool. He said it's no different than a long offensive inning. So, right, it's how you look at it for time, time away from the mound. And that's a really cool way to almost double down and like almost trick your brain and thinking, hey, nothing wrong, no rain delay or anything like that.
Right. It's a lot easier to check out mentally in some ways when you think rain delay, who knows how long this will take. Am I going to have to sit around for 30 minutes? And you start going down that path. You're right. You just say, okay, it's just like we just hung 7 on the board. Let's go back out there and go to work. Good fastball there at 92. Evens the count up at 2-2 now. Hertzler, 5 strikeouts so far on the night. With Safford to roll over on one, handled at first base by Simmons. He'll take it to the bag himself, 1 away. Hertzler has been by far the most consistent starting pitcher the Flames have had this year, and Liberty had to go through some injuries. Garrett Horn was expected to be kind of the 1B to the Hertzler's 1A this season. He went down with the injury fairly early in the season. So you don't have him this year. And so then even more pressure mounts on Hertzler. You feel like, man, you've got to get a good performance on Friday night because there is so much uncertainty on the mound following him. And yet it doesn't appear, at least, that kind of extra pressure has gotten to him throughout the year. He's handled it well. Fastball misses. 3-0 now the count. Caston Furr at the plate. We mentioned it, his last time up, hooked one down the left field line for a solo home run. A lone run of the night so far for Louisiana Tech. Still a long way to go, certainly, in this ball game, as that one misses upstairs and a 1-out walk. But these kind of low-scoring, well-pitched ball games have not been kind to the Flames. They haven't been in that many, but they certainly haven't been kind to them. In fact, Liberty only once this season have they won a game scoring fewer than 6 runs. So most of their wins have come in games where the offense has really kind of carried the day. Taking that a step further, in Liberty's wins this year, they average just over 11 runs a ball game. And their losses, they average a little under 4.
It's a pretty wild stat there.
Tells you a little bit about how the Flames have found their success this year. Maybe the recipe of what it might take come tournament time for them to go on a little bit of a run. At least so far tonight. A pretty well played, well pitched, lower scoring ball game. We'll see if it can remain that way as Hertzler now faces the top of this Louisiana Tech lineup. Dalton Davis up there, 0 for 1 here this evening. Was also hit by a pitch. And lays off that one, 3-1 to count. You've got the conference's leading hitter on deck. You really don't want to hand out a couple of free passes right in front of him. That one fouled straight back. Count goes full.
And then those, those top 3 guys for the Bulldogs are all 324 and above for batting average, and I got to think that's where they want to be.
Big pitch here, 3-2. Furr takes his lead off of first. Let's see if he's going. He is. Just reaching out off the end of the bat, shallow center field. Everybody chasing it. Nobody will get it. Well, Dalton Davis, you just stick the bat out there, and you know what? You put it in place. Sometimes good things happen. And that's the way it works out for the La Tech leadoff hitter. I mean,
it almost looked like a hit and run, really, because I mean that's that's ball 4 through and through. I wonder if it was protecting the runner and that was the play on that pitch, or what? That's a good question.
So now with 2 on 1 away, pitching coach Tyler Robinson emerges from that Liberty dugout. He's going to go have a word with his starter. While we have a moment, let's check in with Emily Austin.
Yeah, guys, I'm down here in this La Tech dugout, and the Bulldogs really trying to get into the mind of Cole Hertzler. He sat too long, making sure that Cole can hear everything that they're saying.
It seemed like Emily was whispering a little there. Did she not want to be heard by them?
Absolutely correct. I actually stood a little bit further from the guys.
It felt like,
I'm not like telling on them.
It sounded like one of the golf reporters on the course there for a second. It's like he's going to the 8-iron.
She's in uncharted waters, right? You got to make sure our on-field reporters say.
They're chirping and it's working so far.
So meeting adjourned as Liberty starting to get a little action out in that bullpen. Looked like that was Ben Blair up and getting loose. Not exactly thrown off the mound just yet, but starting to loosen things up. So 1 out, Cole McConnell at the plate. Couple runners on in front of him. First pitch, Hacken fouls it back. McConnell 1 for 2 in the ball game, has his average up to 390. This is a guy who came into the night batting .439 with runners in scoring position. He's got one out there now, but finds himself down in the count 0-2. Hertzler, another breaking ball, left that one upstairs. Here comes the 1-2. Fastball, blew it by him. So Cole Hertzler just challenged maybe the best hitter in this conference and just threw a 94-mile-an-hour heater past him.
Yeah, the best part, you're talking about the delay, and like Emily was mentioning, letting him know that he's had to endure the delay. I mean, 94 miles an hour, that's unwavering on the velocity. I don't think the delay hurt him at all.
Not out of the woods just yet, however. Ethan Bates digs in now. 0 for 2 tonight, but more than capable as he takes a breaking ball in there for strike 1. Bates had a big hit back in that Western Kentucky series last weekend, a walk-off home run in the first game of the series. And he leads this team with 23 two-out RBIs. Some guys you feel like just have that knack with 2 outs. He's been that guy this year for the Diamond Dogs, and they're hoping he can do it again. Oh, by the way, we talk about him being a really good two-way player. He's also tied for the national lead with 14 saves. Flames hoping they don't see too much of him on the mound this weekend. When you see him, that's usually a bad sign. Right now, they're trying to just find a way to get him out. A walk and a single Put Furr and Davis on base for Louisiana Tech. Hertzler trying to get out of trouble. Bounce the fastball up there. Bounces in front of Dye. He can't find it. And both runners advance 90 feet. Boy, that thing went about 55 feet. Fortunate, I guess, in some ways for the Flames that it did at least catch a piece of Dye. But then he wasn't exactly sure where it deflected to. And both runners able to move up. So now you go from a dicey situation if you're Hertzler to now a base hit away from this game being all tied up. That ball is blasted down the line, right field line. Everybody watching to see, and it ends up twisting foul. Home run distance, certainly.
I can't help but think, McCadden Dye just fully selling out on that pitch. It's almost as hard as a cross-up, really. I mean, the ball's coming 50 feet with the, you don't know how it's going to react off the turf, and just selling out to grab a piece of it and not have that two-base error.
That pitch missing. 2-2 now the count. Most high-stress pitches Hertzler has thrown tonight have come here in these last few moments. 2-2 on the way. Well struck to center field. Kepley, lots of room out there. He's underneath it and makes the grab to retire Louisiana Tech. They threaten, get a couple runners in scoring position here in the top half of the fifth, but come up empty. Still 3-1.